Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Data here, and welcome back. Welcome to 2025. It is our first episode of the new year for the Arizona Coyotes live fantasy draft franchise mode in NHL 24. Moving into episode number 20 for what will be the year number 7, 2030 postseason, as we are looking to go not only to win back-to-back Stanley Cups, but what would be 3 out of 5, and to finally establish ourselves as a dynasty, to say that we've done it. And although we'll continue, we can say the goal of becoming a dynasty in Arizona has been achieved. 3 cups in 5 years. Could it be done tonight? If you're watching after you've already gone live, you can hop out to the 5-minute mark. But until then, we'll start getting everybody in here and preparing ourselves for what will hopefully be a deep postseason run. Welcome, Jenzy McKenzie. Thank you for joining. Hey, Ryan, welcome to the stream. Glad you could make it, as I just do a few of my things on my end. Episode number 20. Not only would getting a dynasty now be a great achievement, but to say, how long does it take in a perfect world to build a dynasty when you make the right moves and it takes time to draft and develop players? To say that we got it done in 20 episodes would be pretty impressive, I think. That would be good, even by some of the standards of previous series. To say that it took 20 episodes to create a dynasty, that would be pretty good. But I'm very impressed with this team and what they've been doing so far in year number 7. Another 56-win season as well. Mackenzie, welcome to the stream. Good evening, my man. Welcome. Just do a few things on my end as always. Thumbnail, description, blah, blah, blah. For episode number 20. If we could win the cup tonight and make it 3 out of 5, I think now would be the point where I say, let's get thinking about the wrap-up episode. Because this series was never meant to be 15 seasons or something. Establish a dynasty ASAP, and then let's do like five seasons in one episode. Just fly through it, no line editing, just sim, and see what happens. That would be my goal. If we don't get it done tonight, if we get 3 cups in 6 years or 3 cups in 7 years, I think that's still great. But 3 out of 5, that just has a ring to it, you know? Vasi, welcome to the stream. Glad you could make it, buddy. Let's go for 3 for 5. Thanks for stopping in. Let me just do this right here. Welcome to all you joining us. First franchise stream in a little bit. We had our cup or bust on New Year's Eve. Or no, sorry, that was on New Year's Eve. Mario Kart Wii didn't really work out. And then, of course, right before Christmas was our last Coyotes episode. So it's nice to be live again after the last little bit. So there's a reminder of the forwards. I'll pull up the numbers on the point totals on the year, if you want a little recap of the year that was. If you want to see who performed, who didn't perform. Austin Matthews, of course, stood out. 101-point season after a down year last year. Very surprising down year. He bounced back with 51 goals and 101 points, so that was nice at the very least. Mikko Rantanen's been slowing down a little bit. Questions for next off-season, for sure. Maximus Manlow, rookie year, 45 points. Yeah, lots of things to be happy about. Wume, 1 goal shy of 60. I believe, I forgot what the exact number was, but was it that she scored 41 and 41 in the second half? I think she had 18 goals in the first half, right? And then 41 and 41 in the second half. Unheard of numbers. Absolutely unheard of. There we go, very good. Twitter world, get that there. YouTube always gives me a hard time with the tags for some reason. I'll scroll down a little bit more for you to see everybody else. Here's the second half of the point totals for you. A couple of rookies in our team. There we go. Goaltending. 45 wins from Dustin Wolf. We'll get started in just about 1 minute from now. Yeah, 45 wins from Dustin Wolf. The rookie Voinov back came up. So we had a few rookies between Voinov and Kulemin and Manlow. A few rookies out there. I think we did well. Especially considering there was another 56-win season. Our 4th consecutive season of 53 wins or more. As we'll be facing the Minnesota Wild in round 1. I'm not sure why it's giving me such a hard time on YouTube. Winning another division title by finishing 2nd in the league as the 60-win Lightning. Connor McDavid and the 60-win Tampa Bay Lightning won the President's Trophy. Can't even blame them for that. There we go. Just got to refresh the page sometimes. NHL 24, which we are loving more than 25 in a lot of ways. That's out on Twitter. And there we go. With, hey, no time to spare. 5 minutes exactly. Lovely. All right, welcome everybody to episode number 20 of our live Arizona Coyotes Fantasy Draft Franchise Mode Series on NHL 24. As I said at the beginning of the episode, moving into the 2030 year number 7 postseason, as yes, we're trying to win back-to-back Stanley Cups, but more importantly, we're trying to say that we finally achieved the title, the category, the realm of dynasty, the dynastic realm of 3 cups in 5 years. We won the cup 4 years ago. We won the cup last year. Now let's win it now. That's correct, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 years ago. Islanders, Devils, and now who could we do this time if we could get all the way to the Stanley Cup Final? So in the last one, as I was just showing you with the points and all that, it was a strong season from the team, from the players within the team. 116 points, 56 wins, second in the league, winning the conference and the division. Very nice. That is just the 3rd time that we win the conference and the 4th time that we win the division. Mackenzie, how were your holidays, Data? Very good, thank you. They went very, very well. It was a lovely time. My fiance was visiting. We've been doing a lot of wedding planning and house planning for summer of this year, so just about 7 months away from that. Crazy to think that the clock is ticking. But it was a nice holiday season, just getting to enjoy time with her and with the family, and just relax a little bit from work. So thank you for asking. Hope that yours were just as lovely. For the point totals, as we just saw, with Austin Matthews leading the way, 51 goals and 101 points from the captain, who had a very down year last year with 27 goals and 74 points. Bounces back with 101, 51 goals, back to the Austin Matthews that we know and love, shooting at the 14.8%, not at 9.8%. The ice time went up a little bit too because he was, I don't know, just long story of struggles. Wu Mei scored one shy of 60, 59 goals from the Japanese forward, who had not even a career high, but just her 3rd consecutive 55-plus goal season. 297 goals scored in 453 games. Wu Mei is a machine. I believe she had only scored 18 goals in the first half of the season, so a 36-goal pace. Then she scored 41 in 41 in the second half to finish with 59 points and a career high, 59 goals and a career high 98 points. One of the created players, one of the 25-plus created players in this franchise mode series, created by viewers like you. 20 power play goals, 32 power play points from Wu Mei. Crazy stuff. Zachary Benson, 89. Johnston, 78. Mikko Rantanen, down year from him. Now it was his turn to take a down year. It's been 101, then 88, now 75. From 57 goals to 41 goals to 33 goals. Is it time to move on from Mikko Rantanen and promote somebody else to the first line? I don't know, but we'll see what happens in the postseason. Slim Shady, 71 points from the franchise defenseman, down from 92, but I'll still happily take 71, as well as now he's on his new extension that kicks in next year at, isn't it like 9 point something? Crazy numbers. Kaylor Cahill, 27 goals and 56 points from the defenseman with a thunderclap superstar ability. Not a career high in points, but a strong season, as well as not getting as much ice time as we would love. Actually, no, 21-29 is pretty much what we can give him. Yeah, Kaylor Cahill should be happy with that. Beckett Seneca's sophomore season saw him score 49, junior season, his 3rd now. Down in goals, up in assists. Just 7 goals, but 42 assists for 49 points and a plus 28. Okay, from Beckett Seneca, playing 16.5 minutes per night. Okay. Maximus Manlow's rookie season saw him score 25 goals and 45 points. Love that. Simon Nemec, 34. Roberto Coyle, 32. In his sophomore year, the reigning Calder Trophy winner, playing 13:46 of ice time per night. We did boost that a little bit, correct? No, it came down down by a minute per game. Nah, I think he was first power play unit last year, now just second power play unit this year? Or is it just the second half of the year that he played second unit? Yeah, so we want to give more ice time to Roberto Coyle. It's too bad, we know that he can do great things. More even strength points from Seneca than last year. Good, yeah, good observation, Gen Z. As we see, 35 even strength points last year. 42 even strength points this year. Yeah, better plus minus and everything, higher ice time. It wasn't a bad year from Beckett Seneca. It's just, if we were to say that we're moving out Mikko Rantanen and we want to say who's going to join the first line, Seneca hasn't really shown me that he could be that guy just yet. Bowen Byram, 30 points plus 37. Big Bo. Artem Kulemin in his rookie season scores 23 points. He had 68 last year in the AHL. This year, of course, reduced role. Only playing, it's decent nice time for a rookie. Almost 11 minutes per night. He'll get more in the future with his medium league potential. Casper Simon Teuvel, we acquired him close to the deadline. I think at the deadline, appeared in 9 games, scoring 5 points, was a +2. I think most of those points came in the first couple games. So he looked good. Casper the Friendly Ghost was impressive as a 4th line center. Petrovsky, 22 points in 78 games. Brandon Duheim, we had him for all 75 games. Yeah, 20 points, -9 from Brandon Duheim. Akeem Schultz, 14 points in 82 games from the medium elite defenseman. Yes, the guy who we acquired at the draft as a 67 overall and grew to an 81 by the first game of the season. He has the great offensive numbers and all that, but I don't know, with some power play time and with close to 16 minutes per night, I'm not expecting the world, but I thought he could have hit 20, 25 points plus. 14 points, he's just a rookie, but I do see him being a big part of our future. So Schultz had a solid enough rookie season. Zachary Tuzolino, 12 points plus 11 from the two-way D. Ostapchuk, yeah, we got him as well around not the halfway point, but around 20 games into the season, yeah. 11 points, -10 in 61 games. He was doing very well when he first got here. Crazy plus-minus. Then it kind of just tanked after that. That's what had us go out and acquire Casper. Then Bichelle, 6 games, -2. And for the goaltending, Dustin Wolf, 67 appearances, going 45, 18, and 4. 5 shutouts, 910 save percentage, and 2.77 goals against average. While Vyacheslav Voinov, the backup, medium elite backup, 83 overall, second-round pick in 2025, he went 11, 5, and 0. Hello from Latvia! Archers, welcome to the stream. I know it's late over there especially. It must be, 1:30 in the morning or so? Welcome. I wish I knew how to tell you welcome in Latvian. But thank you for joining us. It's a pleasure to have you. So Voinov, yeah, 1 shutout, 913 save percentage, and 2.78 goals against average. He looked very good, but Dustin Wolf continues to be a solid starter. I'm not going to force him out if he's going to keep winning. That's his 3rd consecutive 45-plus win season. He's been good, and in the playoffs, although it was terrible in 2027, he was solid in 2028, and he was incredible in 2029. Thank you for all the tutorials. It's 2:35 a.m., so 7 hours ahead. Oh, it's my pleasure. I'm glad that I could help in any way. And always feel free to leave any questions you might have on the tutorials. I'm glad that I've been able to provide them for you in your NHL franchise mode experiences. Thank you for saying so. So yeah, Dustin Wolf looks good. So we have a lot of good options moving into the postseason. As we always know, the postseason can be an ugly beast. You never know what might happen. If you look at the AGM assistant GM comments left in the last one, I believe it was just... Steven, yeah. So Steven had some thoughts. Let's go and look at the lineup here. Steven said, "Hi, Data. I made some notes, but then the comment didn't work," I think Steven was saying. So then he worked through. No problem, okay. So the Slim extension, yeah, Slim Shady's extension, which we ended up getting. I just want to remind you of that number. The extension that we got our 92 overall franchise defenseman on was very, very manageable. Oh, 10.7. Still great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... 7 or even 8, 7 or 8 years at 10.7 for the 92 overall medium franchise defenseman. Yes, please. We'll take that every single time. So yeah, we like that contract. Steven liked it as well. Wyatt Johnson down to the 3rd line would be the thing I also had my mind after those first 6 games. It got our Maximus Gladiator Manlow going for the rest of the season, I think. And speaking of him, he had some very bad plus-minus after the first 20 or 30 games of this season, but then he improved a lot and finished with only a -5 on the kids line here of Kuhlman, Coyle, and Manlow, our 3rd line. I predicted him following Coyle by winning the Calder, and there was a good chance because he had even better numbers than Coyle had last year. So Wyatt Johnson, very strong season. Do we drop him to the 3rd line to help out the kids and the plus-minus and the scoring all around it? That's a possibility if things aren't going right in the postseason. I'm even tempted to do it now because, I don't know, putting the kids line out there in the playoffs is in the simulation, that might be a bit risky. Steven goes on to say, "Kudos to Hobbsy for that idea with the Ostapchuk trade. Good idea coming from the airport." Yes, Hobbsy was at the airport working hard. And that last game of the season by Wu Mei, was it a 4 or was it a 5-goal game? I think it was a 5-goal game from Wu Mei to end the season. She smells the playoffs in the air. Conn Smythe needs to be repeated. I also believe she'll be the first woman to be inducted to the Data 782 Hall of Fame, our channel Hall of Fame. She now has 3 seasons of 55 goals or more in a row. Yes. So Wu Mei, not only a machine in the season, but in the postseason, Wu Mei has scored, what is that? 18, 28, 32 goals in the last 31 playoff games. That is ridiculous. And in total, 56 goals in 74 playoff games in her career with 93 points. So Wu Mei, if she could continue doing that, that would be lovely. Gen Z says Rantanen should be traded in the offseason and Manlow should be 1st line next year. I wouldn't mind that at all. Again, it depends on Rantanen in the postseason. If he wins the Conn Smythe, then it makes it a lot harder for us. But I can see that happening. Yeah, I can see that, Gen Z. Going back to Steven. Steven says, I'm glad Matthews got back to his usual self. That change of the captaincy for the playoffs with Johnny Gaudreau getting the C last year and winning the cup probably helped him to think twice about his future. What worries me, says Steven, about this team after the season is the declining scoring of Mikko Rantanen. If he continues like this, we should consider moving his very high contract, as Gen Z just said. But let's review it after the playoffs. He's 33 and we'll probably need to decide soon if we want to get something valuable from him, some value out of him, or just pay him until his contract expires, which is 2 years from now, if I saw correctly. Yes, you did. So it won't be the end of the world to pay him for 2 more years, but it's going to depend on contract extensions and stuff like that, which we're going to take another peek on in just a second. Another player who worries me, says Steven, is Seneca, who's probably very useful on defense, but his very low goal scoring is alarming. Yes, his 49 points make sense in his role, but his goal and assist split should make a bit more sense. If you swap numbers with Cahill, that would make even more sense, and Cahill's a defenseman. 7 goals is not good enough for a third liner in my eyes. I mean, he's a second liner. And I think Gladiator, Maximus, he meant to say second line. So 27 goals, not enough for a second liner, and I think Gladiator, Maximus Manlow, will ask for his spot very soon. I would not be worried yet for Roberto Coyle either, but let's keep an eye on him. Last year he was very good also in the playoffs, and let's see what he does this year. Maybe he can be one of those valuable guys who perform the best in the playoffs. You never know. With a team like this, that's what we need the most. So Roberto Coyle last year, 6 goals, 12 points in 21 games. 4 of his 6 goals were game-winning goals. So Roberto Coyle, again, if you want to repeat that, that would be fine by me. Stephen, finishing off with some fourth-line thoughts here. I had asked Stephen about Petrovsky. Yes, fellow countryman and all that. But the truth is, we did not demote him for playing badly, but for a streak by Casper. And that made us do a change. What we could check is who had the better face-off percentage, and then whoever played better in that center position is who gets the fourth-line center spot. Maybe Osipchuk would be the odd man out right now because he was -10 for us. So Osipchuk would come out, says Steven. Petrovsky would come in, and whoever plays center comes down to the face-off percentage. So Petrovsky was 50.36% on the face-offs, while Casper was 38.24. Whoa. But that's only in 9 games. So let's look at his New Jersey numbers, actually. In 62 games, 48.77. So I understand. Casper, 77 faceoffs, Petrovsky, 80. So there you go. Let's put Petrovsky center, Casper on the wing, Zuheim can stay right wing, and Osipchuk, who had a very good start but had slowed down, let's keep him as 13th forward for the moment to begin the playoffs. That's about it, says Steven. Let's get back-to-back Stanley Cup and make this franchise a dynasty. Data, thank you for all the content. Hope you have some nice rest over Christmas. Looking forward to the Hall of Fame induction, all that good stuff. Steven, much love to my friend. Hope that you enjoy the holidays as well, and I appreciate your very kind words. Moving into what will be a pivotal episode in this series, the 2030 year number 7 postseason, as we look to establish ourselves as a dynasty, to give us ourselves that stamp and to tell the world that the Arizona Coyotes of the 2020s to 2030s are one of the NHL's dynasties in all of its league history. So to start off the postseason, we're facing the Minnesota Wild in round 1. We have never faced them in the playoffs yet in this franchise mode series. Over in Minnesota, in this fantasy drafted universe, the Wild have DeBrusk, Zegras, and Troy Terry as their first line. The Ducks reunited, Terry and Zegras. On the second line, Skinner, Frost, and Zadina. Third line, Laferriere, Nazar, and O'Connor. Fourth line, Denoyer, Ogren, and Faxa. On defense, they have Werenski with Sider as the top pair. Whew, how about that? Samuelson and Korchinski on the second, Kolyachonok and Lindell on the third. And then goaltending-wise, it is Andrei Vasilevsky backed up by Samuel Montembeault. Vasilevsky, what's he been doing? Actually, no, sorry. I said we're yet to face them. We faced them last year. That's my apologies. We faced them last year in round 1 and beat them in 5 games. So Vasilevsky last year, with a .909 save percentage and 2.95 goals against average, ended up going 1-4 in the playoffs with an .858 save percentage and 4.8 goals against average, just what we wanted to see. This year, his numbers are a little bit worse, 900 save percentage and 3.19 goals against average. Will that translate to even worse or just as bad playoff numbers? I hope so. The bigger they are, the harder they fall when it comes to overall. So Vasilevsky, once again here, healthy scratches, Nick Robertson, Max Domi, and Michael Carcone. Looking at the top forwards in Minnesota, 66-point season from DeBrusk. Last year in the playoffs, he had 6 points in 5 games. Trevor Zegras, he had 91 points this season. Career high, is that it? 1 goal, 6 points from him last year in the playoffs. Yeah, looks like a career high. Troy Terry, only 1 goal, 1 assist, and 2 points in the playoffs last year, but 76 in the season this year. Puddin, did you see that steps have started to bring a team back to Arizona in reality? Yes, I have seen that. So again, very early, but it's very cool to see. The steps are starting to be put in place, are starting to be taken in the real world to see hockey back in Arizona, which would be via an expansion draft. Looking forward to that. I wouldn't be surprised if we do another Arizona Coyotes franchise mode in the future, in 3-4 years from now, but an expansion drafted Coyotes instead. On defense, Werenski had 1 goal, 1 assist, -5 last year in the playoffs. This year, 43 points from him. And Moritz Seider, last year, no points, -5 in the playoffs, but 39 points plus 17 in the season for this year. Okay. So we faced this team before. We beat them in 5 last year. I'd love to do it again, but I'm not expecting the same walk in the park. They're going to want to show up this year. After being embarrassed last season, they're going to come with a much stronger effort. Let me get a little sip of water, and then we'll get this party started. Okay. Stay hydrated. Here we go. Game 1, round 1 of the 2030 postseason, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get the party started. Leave a like if you haven't already. Let's get some good luck going in the EA vibes and EA voodoo world. For the first period at home after a 56-win season to show these fans back-to-back Stanley Cups and our 3rd in 5 years. First period, and it's 2-0 Wild early as Zadina and Zegras beat Wolf. 2 goals on 12 shots against as we get 11 of our own, but Vasilevsky stands tall. Second period, 3-2 Coyotes, all right. Austin Matthews' power play goal, the captain opens things up. Then he scores even strength after that, followed by Schultz scoring his first career postseason goal to put us now up 3-2. Shots are tied at 26, and we have a 1-goal lead as Schultz gets his first career playoff goal. Third period now with the lead. Shots still very even here at home. And Austin Matthews completes the hat trick to score the 4th goal for this team. 3 goals from Austin Matthews. Wyatt Johnson makes it 5-2. From down 2-0 to now a 6-2 lead. Austin Matthews! Power play goal to make it his 4th. And Wu Mei says, you can't forget me. The extra point is good. From down 2-0 to a 7-2 victory, 7 goals unanswered. Wolf allows 2 on 12, and then none on the next 24. 2 goals on 36 shots in the end. Austin Matthews, is that a Coyotes record? 4 goals? I'm not sure if Wu Mei's ever done that either. But the captain opens up the playoffs with a 4-goal night. Wow! Wu Mei, 1 goal, 2 assists, and 7 hits with like a half-star physical. And Wyatt Johnson with a goal and 2 assists as well. Huge night to open things up. Shaky in the first period, going down by 2, but what a second and third period that was. What's up with Wu Mei again? I forget. Is it really a half-star physical? No, it's 4-star. It's the half-star defense. That's what it was to start. Now it's at 2 stars. 4-star physical, though. 72 body checking, but 96 aggressiveness, 96 strength, 96 durability, 7 hits, and 3 points from Wu Mei. Ooh, she's a machine. She's a maniac. There we go. Game 2 now, sorry. Game 2 of the series. Let's keep things rolling. 7 goals against Andrei Vasilevsky sounds like good news to me. So let's get 7 more. How about that? First period, 2-0. Wu Mei picks up where she left off, and Kaylor Cahill gets 1 to boot. 2-0 Coyotes. Make it 3-0. Mikko Rantanen joins in on the party. Second period concludes 5-0. Casper the Friendly Ghost, and Wu Mei scores her 2nd. This is the offense that we want to see. More than tripling the shots through 40. This is the Coyotes team that's going to get our dynasty achieved. Shots are 41-13 after 40, and we lead 5-0. Let's go Coyotes. Power play Wild now. Extended opportunity for them. Trevor Zegras scores a power play goal. They're still on the power play. Laferriere gets 1 as well. Now our 5-goal lead is cut to 3, but still, I think that's enough of a cushion with 9 minutes to go. Before I jinx it, there's Morgan Frost cutting it to a 2-goal game now, but Petrovsky, woo, thank you. Montembeault, who's now in, allows his first, I think. 6-3 Coyotes, as Wolf allows 3 over 6 minutes, but we hang on to the 6-3 victory. Shots end 49-34. A lot of shots from the Wild in the third period, but Casper gets first-star honors. Okay. Wu Mei scores twice, and Mikko Rantanen a goal and an assist to put us up 6-3 in that one. Nemec pulled groin, out for about a week. Let's see, what are we going to do about that? So Nemec out, Tuzolino comes up, and Bichelle draws in. That'll be what we do. Yeah, Liam Bichelle coming in. Did he play in the postseason last year? I think he did, right? 2029? Yeah, 15 games, 2 points plus 4. Yeah, Liam Bichelle, welcome back to the lineup, my friend. Bichelle and Schultz on the third pair, as Tuzolino gets bumped up to the second. Okay, outscoring the Wild 13-5 over those 2 games. Isaac Shaw, healthy. Let me see this. What position is he? Isaac Shaw, defenseman. who is replacing? Harvey Smolinac? Yeah, Smolinac. There you go. Stephen Griffin. What did he do this year? Oh, so we sent, yeah, 51 points in 70 games. Plus 31. Great numbers from Stephen Griffin. Ian Harvey, plus 37. Just curious about a couple of things just to look at quickly. All right, back to the NHL. Very good. All right, Game 3 now on the road at the Xcel Energy Center in Minnesota. Let's get it going. A 3-0 lead in this series would be lovely. I wouldn't mind taking and not letting go of a 3-0 lead. Here we go. First period, and it's 2-1 Wild as they come out with some life after getting embarrassed last couple of games now. LaFerriere opens it up. Wume on the power play. Who else but Wume tying it, but then Frank Nazar makes it 2-1 mini. Second period, woo-hoo-hoo! 4-2 Coyotes! Kaylor Cahill ties the game. Slim Shady puts us up on the power play, and Wume scores her second of the night to put us up 4-2 now. Again, we were down 2-0. We won 7-2. We were down 2-1. Now we're up 4-2. Mighty Joe, Evening Bellows, and a Happy New Year. Happy New Year, my friend. Welcome to the stream, wherein we're about to go up 3-0 if we can hang on tight over the Wild here in round number 1. Power play mini 13 minutes ago. We kill that off. Now we're on the halfway point of this period. Being outshot 33-26. Power play mini again. Once more killed off. 5 minutes to go with a 2-goal lead. Can we add in an empty netter to take the little icing on the cake? No, that's okay. No problem. Puddin saying, for what it's worth, or for your information, Keith Tkachuk in 97 as the Venus Coyotes and Brad Richardson in 2019 each scored 4 goals in a single game for the Yotes. Thank you for adding that, Puddin. Now, was that in a playoff game or in any game? Brad Richardson, yeah, what a machine. I have a Brad Richardson autograph card. I love Brad Richardson. Yo, Caleb, welcome to the stream. Jack's team, easy peasy, of course. Shots end 39-30, but we come away with the 4-2 victory from down 2-1. Wolf makes 37 saves to get first star honors. It was any game, thank you, Puddin. And Wume scores twice for the second star honors. As we now go up 3-0. We beat them last year in 5. Could we sweep them this year? I believe we lost game 1 last year, then won 4 in a row. Wume, 5 goals and 7 points in 3 games as we look to close it out in Minnesota at the Xcel Energy Center. In the AHL, we end this... Are we the top team in the league? Yes, we finish atop the AHL with a record of 50-17-5. The Roadrunners are going to the postseason as the 1 seed, finishing with those 3 consecutive dubs. And Adam Novotny, 73 points in 69 games to lead the team. Lovely. Well done. Okay, and in round 1 in the AHL, we're going to face off against the Barracuda. All right, here we go. Game 4 of round 1 to close off the series and take the round 1 sweep and get one step closer to the dynasty. Here we go. First period, 3-0 Yotes. Kuhlman with his first career playoff goal. Johnston and then Seneca. He's joining in 7 goals in the season. That's his first of the playoffs. 3-0 after 20, being outshot 14-8. 4-0 Mikko Rantanen. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. Andrei Vasilevsky, you should have known. You just should have known when you look at his overall. Second period concludes 4-1 as Troy Terry adds a power play goal. We're being outshot 29-18. We're sweeping Jack's attic, says Mighty Joe. How much do we charge for labor? I'll take minimum wage, no problem. It's a joy. It's a joy. 3-goal lead here in the third period, looking to close it out and move on to round number 2 for what would be a 3rd consecutive year. Power play Coyotes killed off by the Wild. Zadina gets Minnesota back in this one, now down by 2 with 7.5 to go. The Wild have life with 36 shots on net, but Dustin Wolf is closing the door with a minute to go. And ladies and gentlemen, your Arizona Coyotes are off to round number 2, sweeping the Minnesota Wild in round 1. Despite being outshot 37-30 in game 4, we win 4-2. 3 stars in this one. Dustin Wolf back-to-back first stars with 35 saves in this one. Seneca second star. And Mikko Rantanen with the 3rd star. Wow. What a series that was. Outscoring the Wild, what? Let me see this. Hold on. Team stats. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We make it to at least the second round for the 5th time in 6 years. And you know what? We've never made it because the times we didn't make it to the second round, we didn't make it to the playoffs. So anytime that we've made the playoffs, through the 6 postseason berths we've had in this series... Oh, sorry, no. We lost in round 1 in year 4. My apologies. Okay, so yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and now 5. 5 of the last 6 postseasons, we made the second round or further. Outscoring Minnesota 21-9 over that first round. 36.4% on the power play as well. And penalty kill, only 70%. but not a lot of opportunities, really. So through that first round, let's check it out. And actually, let me just put it on the Excel sheet. Win Minnesota in 4. That's what we like to see. 1 down, 3 to go. Wu Mei scores 5 goals and 9 points in 4 games, over 2 points per game. Matthews and Johnson both score 7 and 4. Benson with 6. Rantanen with 5. Okay. Shady and Seneca both with 4. Good. Cahill 3. Casper with 2. Same for Petrovsky, Byram, Tuzolino, Manlow. But a -3 from Maximus. Kuhlman 1 goal, -1. Can the females hit and be hit in the game? Sure. Yeah. Wu Mei throws hits and takes them as well. Akeem Schultz with a goal in 4 games. Duheim with an assist and a +1. Roberto Coyle, 1 assist, -1. So that third line, Kuhlman 1 goal, Coyle 1 assist, Manlow 2 assists. Maybe we make a change in the bottom 6. Definitely not the top 6, but the bottom 6. Nemec 2 games +2. Bichelle 2 games -1. And Dustin Wolf, who else but Dustin, going 4-0 with a .938 save percentage and 2.25 goals against average. Oh, yeah. Minnesota, I just want to see here. Anybody get... Yeah, Logan O'Connor had 4 points. No one else was point per game. Ugly, ugly, ugly stuff from the Wild. And Vasilevsky with an .843 save percentage and 5.89 goals against average. You love to see it. As a 90 overall plus, 89 overall the last 2 years, he has gone 1-8 in the last 2 postseasons with an .850 save percentage and over 5 goals against. EA, at least it works for us this time. At least it works for us. Other way around, I'd be screaming. Okay, let's advance to the second round now. We have a lot of time to relax. Enjoy it, boys. Enjoy it. Take time with the family. Take them to the park. Take them to the amusement park. It's spring. The weather's getting nice. Simon Nemec is fully healthy, so we'll bring him back in for Bichelle. And you know what? I'll make the change now to the 3rd and 4th line. Who do we move down of? Kuhlman, Coyle. I wish Dustin Wolf was better so we could nickname him the Alpha. You know what? He's doing that right now. He's been the Alpha in round 1. We could say that. I don't know. Who gets power play time? Maximus gets first unit power play. He's not really taking advantage of it. Coyle plays there as well on the 2nd unit. I'm going to do something a little bit crazy. I'm going to say Manlow centers the 4th line. And yeah, we'll have Petrovsky come... Actually, no, Casper. We'll have Casper come up to the 3rd line. Kuhlman, Coyle, and Casper. Petrovsky, Manlow, and Duheim on the 4th. Not for long. I just want to see if that does anything. The 4th line sometimes gets random scoring out of nowhere. Just want to see if that does anything. Okay, let me just check that. Good. Defense won't change, aside from, of course, Simon Nemec coming back to the lineup. And there we go. Dustin the Wolf. What does that mean for Voinov? I think we can do 1 more year as a backup, but after that, I don't know. Who will we be facing in round number 2? So, in round 2 of the postseason, we'll be taking on the St. Louis Blues. The Blues. Let me see the Blues here. Have we faced St. Louis before? Yes! Oh, that's true! So, the Blues, we faced them twice before. Twice in the 2nd round. The last 2 years. 2 years ago, they beat us in 6 games in round 2. Last year, we beat them in 5 games in round 2. So this is the 3rd year in a row that we faced them in the 2nd round. We lost in 6 2 years ago. We won in 5 last year. So could it be a good omen that we beat Minnesota in round 1, just like last year? Now we could beat St. Louis, just like this year. Then in round 3, could we see Seattle? They're still alive in the Western Conference, just like last year. And then the Devils in the Cup Final? No, they're not there anymore, so it can't be a complete repeat. Is Desora the Blues GM? Yes. No, actually, no, she's playing in Seattle right now, but she moonlights as the St. Louis Blues GM. Wow. So we're facing St. Louis again in the 2nd round. Not just facing them, but 2nd round for the 3rd year in a row. Whew, let's check out who's still on this Blues team. Over in St. Louis, Gavin McKenna, William Eklund, and Jordan Zume, former Coyote Jordan Zume. 2nd line, Zetterlund, Cousins, and Brady Tkachuk. 3rd line, Farrell, Newhook, and Kampf. 4th line, Marchessault, Wenberg, and Rasmussen. Oh my goodness. They swept round 1. McKenna had 4 assists. and in the season, 86 points. William Eklund, only 2 points in that 4-game series, but 75 points on the season. And Dumais, again, only 2 assists for the former Coyote, but 60 points in back-to-back years with St. Louis. Boy. Zetterlund, 2 points in the playoffs, 33. Only 33 points? What? That's crazy. Maybe there's an injury. Dylan Cousins, 4 points in 4 games in the playoffs so far, and 54 points on the season. And Brady Tkachuk, 4 goals, 6 assists, 10 points in that first round, and 70 points on the season. Oh my. Playing for his dad's old team. And then on defense, it's Vince Dunn and Adam Boqvist, of course, former Coyote as well. Adam Boqvist had a 46-point season. He's playing top pair with Vince Dunn. Okay. Second pair, Bob Cobb, creative player Bob Cobb, 3 points in 3 games with Eric Brandstrom. And fourth line, Josh Brown with Zach Jones. Bob Cobb, the maestro. Goaltending, it's Carter Hart, of course, backed up by Zurenko. Carter Hart, very good numbers from the soon-to-be inmate. Yeah. Playoffs. Good numbers. Last year we broke through them, though. And scratches, no one seems to be injured, though. So put Colson, McLeod, and Ylonen. Thomas Ylonen as the healthy scratches in St. Louis. So it's a strong team. They just swept round 1 as well. Who did they sweep in round 1? In round number 1. They swept the Predators in round 1. Or the Predators numbers like. The 11-seed Preds were swept by the 5-seed Blues. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, there we go. So let's get this party started once again. The party ended, now the party is starting up again. And over in the AHL, did we get eliminated in round 1? No, we made it through. It was a 4-game series. 8 points from Novotny, it looked like there. All right, game 1, round 2, making it to our 5th second round in the last 6 years. 1 round down, 3 rounds to go to achieve the dynastic title. First period, and it's 2-0 Coyotes early. There we go. Who wants this dynasty? Mikko Rantanen opens up the scoring just 32 seconds in. There's the passion. And Maximus Manlow with his first career playoff goal scores on the power play and make it 2-0. Second period, 4-1. Kampf makes it a 1-goal game, but then Rantanen on the power play scores his second of the evening. And Kaylor Cahill against his old team. Cahill against his old team, Boqvist and Dumais against theirs. Cahill scores the first of former players with 28 seconds left in the second period. We're being outshot 21-19, but we lead 4-1. Let's keep it rolling, gentlemen. Power play Blues to start the third period. It's Brady Tkachuk with the power play goal. 5 goals from him now. Bob Cobb scores on the power play 30 seconds later. And Sean Farrell, 3 power play goals in 2 minutes. No, and now it's 4-4. Who took that penalty? Someone's in big trouble. 5 minutes to go. Thank you, Maximus Manlow, on the 4th line, no less. 5-4 Coyotes. Could that be enough? Yes, it is. Duheim has the empty netter. Whoo! Maximus Manlow, with 0 goals in 4 games, scores 2 goals in this 5th game of the playoffs, his first 2 career playoff goals, and one of them ends up being the winner. Farrell, Cobb, and Tkachuk with 3 power play goals in under 2 minutes. At 15:46, what happened here? Cross-checking major to Slim Shady. Who else but Slim Shady? Max the Myth Manlow, the Gladiator. 6-4 the final. Shots end 34-30. And we hang on for the victory. Manlow scores twice. Rantanen scores twice. Duheim with a goal and an assist, including that empty netter. 6-4 Coyotes to win game 1 of round 2. Now 5-0 in the playoffs. Vegas in 2019 against the Sharks penalty killing. Oh, I don't quite remember that, but good callback. Bench him. Do we bench Slim Shady? Do we bench Slim Shady for the storyline? For the gags? Or is that too crazy? I like your energy though, Caleb. Slim Shady. 4 points plus 6. It was his first penalty of the whole postseason. It was his first penalty. I'll give it to him. It was his first penalty. We're keeping a close eye on Slim. Here we go, game 2 at home. To take a 2-0 lead in the series and to go to St. Louis with a chance to make it 3. First period, 1-0 Coyotes. Mikko Rantanen, he does not want to leave this team. Short-handed goal. I'll just mute Slim instead, exactly. Short-handed goal from Mikko Rantanen. It's his, 3rd in 2 games now, right? Just against St. Louis. But he does not want to leave this team. He wants to stick around. Bushnevich was like a must-trade. Rantanen, I don't see as a must-trade if he puts out a good performance. I would say we can give him the first 20, 30, 40 games of next season to continue to prove himself. But if if he wants to be here and he shows it. The Knights were up by 3, and then the Sharks got a major and beat them in overtime. Ah, that's what it was. Good call. Second period now. Make it 2-0. Zach Benson on the power play. His first goal of the playoffs as well, I believe. With minutes left in the game. Nah, that's how it almost felt there. Shots are 23-18 in our favor through 40. We lead 2-0. I wouldn't mind a couple more here. Michael Rasmussen, channel favorite, makes it a 1-goal game. But then Zachary Tuzolino. But then Wenberg answers right back. Goals back and forth. 3 goals in the first 5 minutes and 13 seconds of the period. Up by 1 with under 10 to go now. Shots 30-26. The Blues are fighting back. 5 minutes to go. Hang on tight. I wouldn't mind insurance marker, but hang on tight, boys. Final minute and a half. 43 seconds. And we do indeed hang on for the victory. Shots end 33-29. And we win 3-2 as Zachary Tuzolino, the third pair two-way D, one of the veterans of this series, he's been here since our year 1 draft, gets the game winner and first star honors with an assist. Dustin Wolf, second star, making 27 saves, and Zach Benson, a goal and an assist as well. 3-2 victory to go up 2-0 in this series, and to head to St. Louis with a chance to make it 3 on the road at Enterprise Center. 10 points in 6 games from Wu Mei. No goals through the first 2 games, though. Rare from Wu Mei, but I'm sure she'll want to do a little bit of, what's the word I'm looking for? She's going to want to do it on the road to pay a visit to all her fans in St. Louis. She'll want to put on a show for them. At the Enterprise Center for Game 3 of Round 2 to take a 3-0 stranglehold on the series. First period, 0-0 after 20. We're doubling the shots 14-7. Second period, 2-1 Coyotes. Maximus Manlow opens up the scoring with a power play marker before Zetterlund ties it. But then with under 5 to go, Zach Benson puts us back up by 1. Gen Z says he is a must trade. We need cap space and lineup space for players who are younger than him. May, Johnston, Manlow, Kuhlman. I see what you're saying, and I see him as a probably trade, but must trade means no matter what, he's staying. And must trade means no matter what, he's being traded. Buchnevich, he went point per game in the playoffs, but we knew that he was a must trade. If Rantanen scores 35 points and wins the Conn Smythe, I don't think we're going to be trading him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a probably trade, but I don't see him as a must no matter what. Shots are 27-15 for the Coyotes through 40. Brown ties it up, on the third pair D. Ties it up, but then Zach Benson with his second puts us back up shortly after. Shots are 30-22 with about 13 minutes to go. 4-2 now as Casper gets in on the action as well, up in the third line. We're giving May a maximum allowable contract next expiration. Yeah, we need to give May her contract. Not going to be easy. We can check that out after this game, actually. Up 2 with 2 minutes to go. Will that be enough to make it a 3-0 stranglehold? Yes, it will! Simon Nemec adds the empty netter. Shots are 38-28 and 38-28. And we take a 3-0 series lead on the Blues, who swept the Predators, and now we're 1 game away from sweeping them. Benson, 2 goals and an assist. Austin Matthews, 3 assists. And Mikko Rantanen with 2 assists to give us the 5-2 victory. 1 game away from back-to-back sweeps. Points leader is Zach Benson now with 13 in 7. Let's get a reminder of the contract situation. Let me break out the calculator. Calculator. All expiring. So Wu Mei, we know we got to give her the big contract. But we can qualify her. In the end, I'm sure we could get her for like 7x12 or something if we had to. Wyatt Johnston's the toughest as an expiring UFA. At 12.45. I'd almost sign him now, and then if we have to trade him, we trade him. But I almost just sign him now because of the term there. Or maybe we give him 8 years according to the storyline, because if we only offer him 7 years, he's going to say, listen, I want to go to free agency. But if we give him 8 years, then that would say, okay, that's why I'll sign with you. But then if we end up trading him, it's like a sign and trade that we got his 8-year term, and now he's happy with somebody else. So Wyatt Johnston, whether we keep him or move him, he needs a contract, and I think 8 years makes sense for him. May, Nemec, they're also big question marks. Sorry, they're not big question marks. Their contract, AAV, is a big question mark. May to 8 years, 18.5. Yeah, I wish if we had salary cap turned off. So do we offer that to Wyatt Johnston right now, 8 by 10.6? Or do we wait and hope that it comes down a little bit? I don't know if it will. He currently has 9 points in 7 games. This is the ask that he's always been asking for. Add a Stanley Cup. I don't know if he's going to be changing any to go lower. You know what I'm saying? As a UFA, he's the one who is the most pressing need. 10.58, so 10.6 for 8 years. Yeah, I don't think there's a world where we let Wyatt Johnston walk for nothing. So we sign him and use him, or we sign him and trade him. But either way, we give him his 8 years, which will pay him until he's 34. And that's what he'd be looking for at this point in his career after the seasons that he's been having. So 8 by 10.6 will be the offer to Wyatt Johnston, and we'll see what happens. May, Nemec, they can be qualified and taken care of after July 1st. But Wyatt Johnston, he would not be able to be. I don't think, maybe it'll come down a little bit, but as an 89 overall at his age, at his potential, at his offensive output, I don't think it's going to come down. Wu Mei would come down. If you see the players who want 8 by 18, you know they're going to come back. But for a guy who wants 8 by 12 point something, that's pretty much what his ask is going to be no matter what. So that's going to be what our offer is to Wyatt Johnston as we get ready to try and sweep the Blues at the Enterprise Center in St. Louis. Let's do it on the road. Let's go 8-0, and let's make it back-to-back sweeps and rest up for the Western Conference Final. First period, and it's 1-1 after 20. Zach Jones opens it up, but then Zach Benson, he's finally getting a little bit of a goal-scoring touch going. 1-1 after 20. Second period, make it 4-1! Austin Matthews, the captain. Zach Benson, that's what, 4 goals in 2 games or something? And then Wyatt Johnston, in the midst of his contract negotiations, scores a short-handed goal to give him now 3 goals and 7 assists for 10 points through 8 games. It's 4-1 Coyotes after 40. Being outshot 24-21. Dylan Cousins gets the Blues back in it. 2-goal game now with lots of hockey left to be played as the Blues do not want to be swept on home ice. They just swept Nashville, and now they are 8 minutes away from being swept themselves as they're down by 2. We're being outshot, but Dustin Wolf is standing his ground, and Petrovsky puts the icing on the cake to make it 5-2. Ladies and gentlemen, your Arizona Coyotes are off to the 2030 Western Conference Final, at least cementing themselves as a top 4 team in this 7th year. So you know what? Even if we don't win the Stanley Cup, I think we can get very close to calling ourselves a dynasty with, what is that? 1, 2, that's going to be 3 conference finals in 5 years. I wouldn't say we're a dynasty, but we're like 1 notch below it, even if we lose. So that now puts us through. That was our 5th second round of the last 6 years, but just our 3rd now conference final. We're going to our 3rd conference final in the of our time here in Arizona. Both times we did it before, we went on to win the Stanley Cup. 5-2 victory in Game 4. 2 goals, 2 assists, and 4 points from Zach Benson. A goal and 2 assists from the captain, from Austin Matthews. And Dustin Wolf makes 30 saves to continue to impress as we now go 8-0, back-to-back sweeps. Tuzlino pulled groin. He'll be out for a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and put it in there. So the Blues, we get revenge again. After they eliminated us 2 years ago, we eliminate them last year and eliminate them this year. After we beat the Wild in 5, so last year we beat the Wild in 5 and the Blues in 5 in rounds 1 and 2 respectively. This year we beat the Wild in 4 and the Blues in 4 in rounds 1 and 2 respectively. Interesting trends. We are justice on the ice. No criminal shall advance any further. Exactly. I love to hear it. And now, so Tuzlino is out. Bichelle will come back. He'll play with Schultz. There we go. And we get time to rest again. Now, will we face the Kraken in the Western Conference Final just like last year? We'll see as they're tied with the Sharks right now. Over in the East, both series also tied at 2. So we get to rest up compared to everybody. Love to see that. Lots of lovely rest. Wyatt Johnston, not interested in extension at this time. I wonder if his demand changed after that short-handed goal. Let me see here. Wyatt Johnston. No, same demand. 12 point. Didn't want the 12 point. I would go 8 by 11. I'll go up 400K. Or even 10.8. Let's start with 10.8. 8 by 10.8 on Wyatt Johnston. And we'll see what he wants. He doesn't want the extension, but we'll make it worth his while. 8 by 10.8. After that, I'll go 8 by 11. And then if he doesn't want that, then I'm going to wait till the off-season. Till the re-sign phase, that is. Down in the AHL, we're going to what? It's a best of 5, right? Yeah, it's going to Game 5 in the best of 5 against the Silver Knights. Wyatt, still rejected. All right, no problem. We'll go to 8 by 11. And if he says no, we'll wait for the re-sign phase and hope that it's the same or less. I guess he really wants 7 years, but like I'm giving you more security. Maybe after this I'll try 7 years and then that'll be the last offer. 8 by 11, that'll be the last 8-year contract that I give you. Now in the AHL, let's see. Come on, AHL. Yes, sir. 8-3 win. How about that for a statement? As we're off to the conference final against the Manitoba Moose. Didn't we win last year as well in the AHL? I forget. And, oh, wow, the Sharks and the Kraken are going to Game 7. So are we facing the Kraken for the second consecutive year? And to continue the mirroring of last season, Wild in round 1. An easy decision for Wyatt Johnston to renew. Good. 8 by 11 for Wyatt Johnston. 8 years, $88 million for Wyatt Johnston. So we got the Wild in round 1, the Blues in round 2. Will it be a repeat of the Kraken in round 3 for the 2030 Western Conference Final? We'll be facing the San Jose Sharks. No, it won't be a repeat. Wow, how about that? And yeah, 15 points in 9 games for Novotny. He's looking good. Manitoba Moose, such a Canadian hockey team name. I love it. One of my favorites. I agree. Have we faced the Sharks yet? No, we have not. We are yet to face the Sharks. There you go. So let's get a little bit of a recap on our end, quickly. So 17 points in 8 games from Zach Benson. Crazy. Austin, and the power play isn't even that effective. We're barely scoring on the power play. 14 points in 8 games from Austin Matthews, 12 points in 8 games from Mikko Rantanen, 10 points from May and Johnston, Slim Shady with 7 in 8, plus 9, no more penalties, good. Cahill 5, Manlow 5, nice, with 1 game winner. Casper with 5, Petrovsky and Duheim, and even Seneca and Tuzolino and Byram all with 4. And Coyle, sorry. Byram and Coyle with 4. Nemec, 2 points in 6 games. Kuhlman, 2 points in 8 games. Schultz, 1 goal, plus 1 in 8 games. Bichelle, no points, -1. Yeah, but he'll be playing now. And goaltending, Dustin Wolf, take a bow, buddy. 8-0 with a .929 save percentage and 2.38 goals against average. Keep it up, man. Quietly getting it done to a maximum degree. Now, who is on this Sharks squad? The Sharks team that went 45, 26, and 11. Let's see, for the San Jose Sharks. Sharks, Matthew Tkachuk on the first line. William Karlsson with Connor Garland. Yeah, Tkachuk, Karlsson, Garland on the first line. Whew. Guryanov, Sillinger, and Matsu Joseph on the second. Okay, Hartman, Trennan, Caswell on the third. Turchenko, Kobayashi, and Fisher on the fourth. Jonathan Kobayashi. Yeah, this is not a very strong, not a lot of depth here, but Tkachuk has 9 points in 14 games. Karlsson, 2 goals. Who's scoring the goals then? That's 13 points. And then Garland, only 3 goals and 4 points in 14 games. Who is scoring? Guryanov, 1 goal. Sillinger, 2 goals. Matthew Joseph with 5 goals in 14 games. Okay. Clark Caswell, 3 goals, 9 points. Trennan, 1. Ryan Hartman, 4 goals, 8 points. Who is... Not a lot of goal scoring at all here. Defense. It's Kirill Bang. That's why. Kirill Bang with 6 goals, 9 assists, 19 penalty minutes for Sean Avery's creative player. Yes, 85-point season in the playoffs, 15 points in 14 games for the Montenegrin defenseman. 90 points. Sorry, 90 overall. Alongside Edgar Geisbers. Second pair, Shea Theodore and Axel Sandin Pelika. Axel Sandin Pelika, yeah. I did a whole career sim on him, I forget. And the third pair, Wallinder with Wieland. Goaltending in San Jose, 82 overall, Akira Schmid, of course, and he's better than Vasilevsky, right? Of course he is! 934 save percentage, 2.02 goals against average, and 3 shutouts from Akira Schmid. Growski was going to eat that up. Wow, what a joke. Backed up by Ivan Prosvetov. Scratches, Deschamps, Knack, and Leeson. Interesting lineup here in San Jose. Let me see the team stats. How many goals are they scoring per game here? So goals 4 per game. We're at 5 goals per game. And the Sharks are at 2.79. Goals against, they're the best at 2.21. Even we're second. Akira Mead is being carried by his defense. Akira Mid. We're second best in goals against at 2.38, but the Sharks are the best at 2.21. Our power play, actually, it didn't look crazy, but it's effective at 42.1%, 8 for 19. We haven't gotten a ton of chances, but we're effective on them. And the penalty kill is only 70%, as we've allowed 6 on 20. We're 14 for 20 on the penalty killing. Okay. There we go. So let's do it in our third ever Western Conference Final in this franchise mode. And I believe, what, is that the fourth in franchise history? Thinking back to, like, what, 2012 with Mike Smith? The fourth in franchise history. The third in the last 5 years. And a third of the 7-year total in this franchise mode series. Yes, that's the stat. Here we go, Western Conference Final. Let's keep the win streak going. Pittsburgh and Detroit, 2008 and 9 rematch there in the Eastern Conference Final. Facing the Sharks in Arizona for Game 1 of Round 3 of Year 7. Here we go. First period, we score right away. Bowen Byram, I think, on the first shot of the night. Then May on the power play to make it 2-0. Sandin Pelika, or Sandin Pelika? Pelika, right? Sandin Pelika. Pelika power play goal. Caswell ties it, but then Wume on the power play with her second puts us back up. Shots are 15-9 after 20. Second period, 4-2. Slim Shady power play goal. 4 on 25 past Schmid. Garland scores his 4th goal of the playoffs. And then another one. 2 goals from Garland to start the period. Power play Sharks. William Karlsson with just, what, his 4th goal or something? All these guys who hadn't scored at all, 3 goals in the first 3.5 minutes. Power play for us goes nowhere. And what a choke this is going to be for our first loss if we don't score in the last 2 minutes here. Oh my goodness, what a joke. Come on. From up 4-2, we choke it as Garland scores twice in a minute. And then Karlsson 2 minutes after that on the power play. Who took this penalty? Seneca hooking, who's done nothing in the playoffs. Wume, first star. Shady, third star. As we lose our first game of the playoffs, go 8-1. And now down 1-0 in the series, as Coyle has a sore knee, keeping out till May 24th. All right. So Manlow will come back to the third-line center. I almost demote Beckett Seneca. It can't be, man. 1 goal, 3 assists. Your line mates are machines, and you have 1 goal and 3 assists. Petrovsky back to center. And this is where Osipchuk comes into the lineup. On the power play, Coyle, yeah, Osipchuk won't go there for Coyle. Let's go crazy with Kuhlman as a sniper. Let's do that. Kuhlman as well can go here. Okay. Coyle wasn't doing anything anyways. So we drop our first game in the playoffs with a third period choke. Tuzolino's healthy, that's good. Tuzolino. Bichelle, 3 games, -2. So we'll bring in Tuzi. Go back with Schultz. There we go. In the AHL, we win the first couple games against Manitoba. Love that. 19 points from Sikora. And now here we go for game 2. I wouldn't call it a must-win, but it's like I really... This one, it's a should-win, and it's a you-better-win. Here we go. First period at home, it's 1-0. Zach Benson back to his goal-scoring ways to start the period. Very nice. Shots are 13-11 for San Jose. Second period, 3-1 Coyotes as Ryan Hartman ties it with his 5th goal, but then Manlow up on the third line and Mikko Rantanen up on the first line. Thank you. Shots are 28-23 through 40, and we now have a 2-goal lead moving in this third period. Make it 3 with Simon Nemec getting the 4th goal of the Coyotes' night. 4-2 as Kirill Bang scores his first of the series with a power play marker. Power play for us goes nowhere. Final 10 minutes with a 2-goal lead. Shots 34-29 in our favor. Kirill Bang trying to shift momentum, but we're still hanging on with the final 5 minutes counting down before we're headed to San Jose for Game 3, and that will be a 4, make it a 5-2 victory as Wume scores the 5th of the night, and that's on Schmid, not even an empty netter. Shots end 41-32, and we win by a margin of 3 goals. Rantanen first star with a goal and an assist. Dustin Wolf with 30 saves, thank you, bouncing back after Game 1. And Wume scores the goal for the 3rd star honors. I mean, last year, when we won in 5 in round 1 and 2, I believe we lost Game 1 and then 4 in a row, back-to-back in round 1 and 2. So I wouldn't mind losing one and then winning 4 in a row again here, now the next year in round 3 against San Jose. We move to the Shark Tank at SAP Center in San Jose for Game 3 in a best-of-5 here in the Western Conference Final. First period, 2-0 Coyotes. Tuzolino and Matthews, thank you very much. And thank you, Mighty Joe, for the screenshot for Avery. I hadn't seen that, thank you. 2-0 after 20. Second period, 3-0. Brandon Duhaime puts us up. Thank you. Shots are 24-21, and we now hold a 3-0 lead. Don't choke it now. Make it 4. Thank you, Ostapchuk. Welcome back to the lineup. He hasn't been in for a little bit, and he makes the most of his opportunity, making it 4-0. Sillinger breaks the shutout, but we still have a 3-goal lead. Power play opportunity. Power play goal from Maximus Manlow, and Slim Shady makes it 6-1. Touchdown, Coyotes. Shots 31-29. Actually, they're tied at 31 now. Final 2 minutes. Power play to end the game. And there you have it. Coyotes with a big 6-1 victory. Outshooting just 33-32. And Dustin Wolf. Look at that. Another star for Dustin Wolf. Quietly our MVP out here. 31 saves from Dustin Wolf. And a goal and assist from both Matthews and Shady. To now put us up 2-1 in this series with a huge 6-1 win. Leave a like if you haven't already to continue the good luck, my friends. Let's do it. Roberto Coyle is healthy, but I don't know. Are we putting Roberto Coyle back in this lineup? Back-to-back wins. Manlow scoring. Ostapchuk got a goal. Coyle, 4 assists in 9 games, though. Not bad. Ostapchuk had a goal and was a +3 in 2 games. Petrovsky and Duhaime both have 7 points in 11 games. No, down 6-1 now. I wouldn't say that a coach would do that, Manny Joe. Does Kuhlman come out with a goal and 2 assists? Who comes out of this lineup? I'm not... Even Seneca. I'm not saying Coyle shouldn't play, but I'm saying who comes out of the lineup? Does it have to be Ostapchuk? I don't know. A goal and a +3 in 2 games, that's really good. How's defense doing, by the way? +15. Wow. Good, good, good. And Wolf, 924 save percentage. I love you, Dustin Wolf. Callie Klang. Good old Roberto. Gen Z says Kuhlman comes out of the lineup. Any other suggestions? Coyle for Kuhlman? I hate scratching a guy with so much potential, but I don't know, 1 goal, 2 assists. He's been a +1. He'll come back in if Ostapchuk doesn't keep it up. How about that? Ostapchuk has to keep it up. Kuhlman won't be out. It's not a long-term scratch, just for Game 4. As we're up 2-1, I'd love to go up 3-1 to try and end it back at home for Game 5. On the road against the Sharks to take a 3-1 series lead. Here we go. Game 4, Round 3. First period, 1-1 after 20. Tkachuk opens it up with his first goal of the series. Then Maximus Manlow, there he is, getting into his groove now. Power play goal to tie it at 1. Second period, 2-1 Sharks as Kirill bang puts up the Sharks. Shots are 20-18 for San Jose, and we're down by 1. Third period, top 6, I'm looking at you. Power play Sharks, kill that off. There you go. Well done, Poundy Killers. Let's go. Middle 6, Roberto Coyle. Fourth line action even, but especially that top 6. Come on, carry your weight. Wyatt Johnston, down by 1 with 5 to go. Where are you, top 6? Schmid's going to shut us down, right? Of course he does. Schmid shuts us down. Shots end 33-28. Wolf gives us another gem, and we can't score more than 1. Third star honors for Dustin Wolf. 27 saves from Schmid, and Kirill Bang scores the game winner and an assist to get first star honors. As the series is now tied at 2. No changes to make. Let's roll straight into it. Game 5 at home. We cannot lose this one and have to win 2 in a row. This is, again, not a must win, but it's a should win and it's a you better win. Game 5 at home in Arizona with the series tied at 2. It's a best of 3, and I know that we are the better team, and I know that we can do this. Go out and do your jobs, gentlemen. First period, 1-1 after 20. Bowen Byron with his first of the playoffs, and Axel Sandin Pellikka ties it soon after. Shots 12-8 in our favor. Second period, 2-2 now. Fisher puts the Sharks up, then Bowen Byron with the A on his chest scores his second of the postseason and his second of the night. Correct, his second of the postseason? I think so. Shots are 25-19 in our favor, but this game is all tied at 2. Win this period, and you have a chance to go to the Stanley Cup Final in Game 6. Huge third period at home, 2-2 scoreline. Next goal's a big one. Top 6. Again, we have no goals from the top 6 in the last 5 periods. Come on, top 6. 10 minutes to go. Still nothing from either side. Shots are 39-25. 5 minutes to go. Getting nervous now at the edge of our seats. Final minute. We're off to overtime. Shots are 44-27 in our favor. And I think we're going to hop in for this one. We haven't hopped in yet. I know it's not an elimination game, but it's a game that carries a lot of weight. And I'm not liking how the sim is going for us. 1 goal last game, 2 goals this game, 0 from our top 6. Let's hop into it. Offense 100 versus 91. Defense 95 versus 90. Goaltending 88 versus 81. Here we go. Overtime action in Arizona. Next player to score will put his team 1 win away from the Stanley Cup Final. Come on, gentlemen. We can do this. Guys, Burrs, don't let him just skate in. Don't let him skate in. There you go. Break it up. Behind the net. Go after him. Benson getting it away. Good. Up to Matthews. Poked. Still has it. Windmill. Can't get through. Benson! Loses possession, but still has it behind the net now. Byram tries to throw it in front. Rantanen pushed off the puck, and Carlson picks it up now, coming back the other way. Neutral zone. Up to Tkachuk. Across to Garland. With space! Scores. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. At least it wasn't a glitch goal. But still, put some pressure on him. Screened by Byram. Got a piece of it. Went through. Yeah, we're changing lines. Absolutely, we are. Shots end 44-28, and we lose 3-2. Now they're just not scoring anymore. We got to win back-to-back. We need to make this Stanley Cup Final. We got to win back-to-back. Okay, here we go. Benson and Matthews, I don't know, 6-13, 6-16. All of them have 6 goals each, but who's the goal scorer here, you know? Rantanen, +9. Seneca's moving down. Okay, Wu Mei top line. Let's go May, Matthews, Benson, as they seem to be playmakers. Manlow up to an 84 overall. Okay, Manlow, Johnston, Rantanen, second line. Seneca, Coyle, Casper, third line. Duhaime, Petrovsky, Ostapchuk. Yeah, 2 points +5. Ostapchuk is going to stick. The fourth line's been great. Yeah. This is our lineup for Game 6. Benson, Matthews, May, Manlow, Johnson, Rantanen, Seneca, Coyle, Casper, Ostapchuk, Petrovsky, Duhaime. Defense, I don't think we'll touch. +14, +12, +8, +6, +1, +6. Yeah, and of course, Dustin Wolf, still a .923 save percentage. That's going to be the lineup, ladies and gentlemen. That will be the lineup for Game 6 in a do or die. Maybe the power play? I don't know. Power play 1's been good. Have we seen a lot from power play 2? Cahill's been quiet, man. Only 3 goals from Cahill. He's supposed to be a goal-scoring machine. Coyle, 0 goals. And Seneca's a cone. I want to say Nemec at the point on the power play now, just to provide us better defense. So to avoid shorthanded goals against. And Coyle's going to come off for... Coyle's coming off for... I almost put Petrovsky. No, I suppose Coyle stays. Rantanen on the left side. Cahill. He's not doing anything. I want to take him off, but Kuhlman would be the other guy that goes, and he's scratched. I almost put Petrovsky. Do we do something crazy and go Petrovsky? He has 2 goals. I don't know, he's been scoring. Coyle with the 3.5-star shooting, 3-star puck skills. I haven't been impressed at all. Even Brandon Duhaime. Okay, put Byram instead of Nemec, yeah. Or what if we did Cahill here and Byram here even? 3 defensemen. Would that be crazy? 89 passing, 3.5-star shooting. 85 passing. Okay, let's put Byram over here. I wonder. Distributor will be Byram. Finisher Cahill. Puck carrier Ranton. Yeah, let's go crazy like that. Byram, Nemec, Cahill. Because Cahill's a scorer there. And Johnson and Rantanen on the second unit power play. All right. Those are our lines, ladies and gentlemen, for our do-or-die Game 6 in San Jose. To push ourselves to Game 7 and have a chance at a 3rd Stanley Cup Final. Like I said at the beginning of this series, even if we lose here, there's a lot to be proud of with this team. But we really want to say it's a 3rd Stanley Cup Final in 5 years. A 3rd Western Conference Final in 5 years is nice. But a 3rd Stanley Cup Final in 5 years? That's something special. You were brought here to do something extraordinary in Arizona. And we are so close to realizing that dream. Go out there and finish it. And it starts here, getting yourselves back in this series. Take it in San Jose, and I'll see you back in Arizona. Game 6, round 3. Let's do it. First period. And there's no passion! No passion! Kachuk power play goal. Joseph even strength goal. Kachuk power play goal. Outshot 14-8. With a hooking minor and a cross-checking minor that both result in power play goals. Down 3-0. No passion. Against a team that we should be beating. Second period. Wake up and do your job. The kid at Tim Hortons can do it. You can do it too. 4-0. 4-0. This is what you repay me with. 5-0. Losing is one thing, but now we get eliminated in disgusting fashion. Going 8-0, and then 2-4. And that's it, unless there's a miracle. Is that what, 0 goals from the top 6 in the last 3 games now, if it ends up being like that? If we get nothing in this third period, that's 3 games with 0 goals from our top 6. 5-0 Sharks after 40, excuse me. Down to ×4. I'd almost go in and watch it now, even. If there's any chance we're going to do anything, we need more time in the slow sim. 5-1, okay. Zach Benson gets us within 4. It just takes 1. Bowen Byram! Bowen Byram! ×4 speed will be our friend. Now is when Wolf will collapse and allow 6 goals. Now is when Wolf will collapse. Yep, that makes sense. Of all the times to collapse, now it is. Now when it's do or die, 6 goals against. Down by 4 with 12:20 to go. We're not going to watch all 12:20 unless we score soon. If there's any chance we're getting back in this, it's by the slow sim. If they score a 7th, we're done. If they go up by 5 again and make it 7-2, we're done. Let's make sure everybody's shooting the puck. And that's that. Now you put the controller down and you pray to the EA voodoo. Down by 4 with 12 minutes to go. Jiggles is the GM, must be. So, as I just said, we're going to leave if they do it. They almost go and do it. One timer, that's it. Let him just... That's it. And then let him skate full speed and literally throw a hit at our goaltender. His arms come out. Yeah, that's it. No reaction. Matthews tied for the second... Tied for second in league lead of playoff scoring. Defensive zone draw. Loses it. Geisbers, bang, Carlson. Go and score. Right here. Blocker safe from Wolf. Matthews up to Benson. He stops. Yeah, don't go with momentum. Just stop. Now he has it. All right. Keep going, Benson. Keep going. Who are you passing to? Who are you passing to? Just throws it into the middle. No one's there. Right, put the block... Thank you, yeah. Put the block slider up, too. Since no one likes to block the puck ever. There we go. And no efficiency. Energy. Energy and everything. Carry dump. I don't mind the normal preference. Whatever it is. Higher intensity. And block the puck. There we go. What? What was that? Look at the. Did you see the AI? That was a swing and a miss. Wow, I hate this game. Look at this. Sorry. What was that? Total swing and a miss. No one's covering anyone. What is Slim Shady doing there? Below the goal line. Swing and a miss. Oh man, you can't make this up. I'm sorry, what about the... Can I do anything about the defense sliders? I don't think so. I don't think anything really applies. Defense sliders, cycle shoot, hold line, and pinch. I'll let those... No, you know what? Let me just shoot a bit more. For the first pair, especially. Okay. 11:37 to go. May down there in the hits. Defensive zone draw for Wyatt Johnston. Not looking good for Seneca and Rantanen after this off season. Face off one back, guys, but his shot is blocked. And power play San Jose. Amazing. So I'm assuming that we're getting eliminated now. Again, 3 Western Conference Finals in 5 years. Look at that white... Maximus Manlow has a white beard. What a glad... He's lived many lifetimes as a gladiator, reincarnated. If we can win the cup next year and make it 3-6, that's still dynasty. But then 3-7, 3-8, 3-9... It gets harder and harder. Krill Bang's stick goes flying as it's fractured. Take advantage. Oh no, he gets a new stick. Skate. Can't get by him. Hold on. Seneca puts his second shot of the whole postseason on net, probably. Short-handed shot. That's nice. Caswell, Sillinger scores, and that's it. 7-2. Do we stay a bit more? I said that would be it. Down by 5. Let's do if we score a goal in the next minute and a half, around 10 minutes we'll leave. And that's the series. I'm up 2-1. Yeah, losing 3 games in a row. Pull the goalie on the penalty kill. I'm down. Did the goalie get pulled even? I think that's Voinov in there. Coyle trying to skate through people. Got in the corner. Point. Cahill. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? So, I think we're going to say this. Next season, year number 8, will be the last that we do in normal format. Off-season episode, season episode, playoff episode. Okay, let's... So next episode will be the last... Next season will be our last season of normal format. 3 more episodes for off-season, season, and playoffs. After that, starting in year 9, we're going to maybe sim to year 15 all in one episode. And that'll be the wrap-up of the series. As we end up losing 8-2 in a must-win Game 6. There's the passion we love to see. In the AHL, made the final. That's nice. Beckett Seneca, you might get traded. Sharks and Penguins in the Stanley Cup Final. Rantanen, you're probably on your way out. Imagine a trade, though, of Seneca and Rantanen. We don't even need anything on this team, but we get incredible value. In the end, Matthews ends with 23 points in 14 games. Benson with 20 in 14 games. Shady with 16. May with 15. Rantanen with 15. All these scorers, but they dry up when we need them the most. Johnston 12. Manlow 10 as a rookie. Second and third in team goal scoring. Byram 10 and a plus 14. Zuheim with 8. That's crazy. 8 points plus 8 from Brandon Zuheim, playing 8 minutes a night. As a 79 overall. And Beckett Seneca, you're going to score 1 goal and 5 points with a plus 3, getting second line minutes. As an 85? Are you not embarrassed? Petrovsky 7, Cahill 5. Only 5 from Cahill. That's a killer. Tuzolino 5, Casper 5, Coyle 4, and a negative 2. Oh. Nemec, Kuhlman 3 points plus 1 in 11 games. Osipchuk 2 points plus 5 in 5 games. Schultz 2 points. And Wolf's numbers got destroyed by that one appearance. 10, 3, and 1, 914 save percentage, 2.91 goals against. Voinov, 1 goal on 13 shots, so 923 save percentage and 2.25 goals against. Cool. Cool. So keep tabs on the AHL, and then we'll call it a season, as we'll get the off-season plan ready to go. Playing the Providence Bruins in the Calder Cup Final. Win, loss. Down 3-1, and we lose 4 in a row. Awesome. As in the NHL, the Penguins beat the Sharks in 6 to win the Stanley Cup. Let's check out the awards in this one. So the Penguins win the Stanley Cup, going back to the Eastern Conference after 2 years in the West. Yeah. What happened to the Lightning? I forgot what happened. Let me see what happened to them in the playoff tree. Jason Robertson wins the Art Ross and the Hart. James Norris goes to Cale Makar. Lady Bing to Braden Point. Calder to Uton over in Edmonton. Conn Smythe to Steve Rogers. Of course, Rogers and David, they win their cup over in Pittsburgh. Yeah, we'll check the AHL playoff stats, of course. Vezina goes to Jeremy Swayman in Chicago. Jennings, of course, again, third out of 4 years to Carter Hart. I don't know why the game makes him so good. This guy Bruin wins the Bill Masterton. Jack Adams goes to the coach of the Predators. Selke goes to Doggy in back-to-back years. And Ted Lindsay goes to Jason Robertson, as the Maurice Richard goes to Jaden Pittis for the third time in the last 5 years. In the AHL, Novotny wins the equivalent of the Hart Trophy. Wow, after Sikora, 3 straight years of Roadrunners. Coyle, Sikora, and Novotny. Wow. And Griffin, back-to-back AHL Norris trophies. You got to call him up. We have to have him up next season now. Griffin has to be playing next season. Novotny wins the equivalent of the Lady Bing as well. There you go. AHL supremacy, baby. How about that? AHL playoff stats. Sikora scored 27 points in 18 games. He's a he's a scoring machine, but for some reason can't grow. Back-to-back point-per-game seasons in the AHL. Back-to-back point-per-game plus postseasons. Yet for some reason he doesn't grow more than a 77. Do we play him anyway and hope that the game likes his simulation? Maybe. Pascal Valiquette, 21 points from another guy who might grow for NHL minutes next year. Griffin, 13. Gustafson, 12. Hugo Wallet with 11, negative 9. Cool. Goaltending, Kenny Thompson went 11, 6, and 1. Now he's 24, really? Time flies, man. Yeah, lots of players want to make this team. Tampa Bay, they lost in round 2 to the Red Wings, who lost in round 3 to the Penguins, who won the Stanley Cup. Yeah, in the AHL, we lose in the Calder Cup Final. Okay. So there are the awards. There's everything we need to know for now. Let's advance towards the re-sign phase and see what our off-season plan might be as we advance towards the draft. Whoa, Vancouver jumps from 11 to 1 in the draft lottery. Lucky for them. Retired players now. Let's see. In 2030, Stamkos calls it a career at 40. Panarin at 38. Skinner, Scheifele, Huberdeau, Miller, Nugent Hopkins, Hurdle, Trocheck, Marchessault. Blah, blah, blah. Any Coyotes? No. And Stamkos, by the way, 1,468 points. Take a bow on your end, Steven. And Jeff Skinner ends with 606 goals. Whoa. Big seasons in the simulation, as he found his way back to Carolina. Whew. And for the goaltenders who retired, we see Marc-Andre Fleury, the age of 45. 45-year-old Marc-Andre Fleury finally calls it a career. One of the best of all time, appearing in 1,058 games, 568 wins. With that second all-time, I'm going to take a screenshot of this. Marc-Andre Fleury. Freddie Anderson, also retired, not second star. 404 wins. Gibson, Corpusalo, Campbell. Anton Forsberg, former Coyote. Yes, very good. Any retirements for the coaches in Tucson? Nope, we're good to go. Draft interviews. Do we want to do any draft interviews? Picking close to last in the first round. Anything around here? McCarthy? Jonathan McCarthy? Let's get your NHL ETA in there. Just a couple of interviews before we start to think about what our off-season plan will be. My apologies. Play style. Why does it take so long just to get the reply? ... Au revoir, Marc-André. C'est ça. Félicitations et merci beaucoup. It's a few years away. And I don't care about anything else. Just want your playstyle and your ETA. Thank you for coming to see us. Jonathan McCarthy, 4 years away as a playmaker. Gotcha. So not as interesting. And who's this guy? Pierre Bergeron. Let's get you scouted. Pierre Bergeron. Salut Pierre. Hey, salut Pierre. Quick breakdown of the first pass. So he's a two-way D. How ready are you? A few years away. Goodbye. Thank you. 3 years away, two-way D. 1 bar medium lead. Thanks. Got that at least. That's enough. I just wanted those guys. Keep on going. All right, now here we're at the draft. Okay, so the offseason plan. Let's start with progress reports, draft, then contracts. Progress reports, let's see. So Rantanen drops even more down to a 92 overall. Seneca's at an 85, Wume 89. Manlow's up to an 85, nice. Benson 91. Tuzolino down to an 81, okay. Cahill down to an 84. I'm down to trade Cahill at this point. You're not making me happy, buddy. Novotny finally up to an 80. Okay. Kuhlman 81. Johnson down to an 87 after his huge contract. Oh, we probably should have waited. Maybe not, but probably should have. Casper 81. Shady 91. Maybe it's just because of the morale of it all with being eliminated from the playoffs. Coyle 80. Everyone dropping like crazy. In the system, who else grew? Hedberg, Hedekin, Tukkanen, 76, Yair, 75. We'll sort by overall even. Griffin still 79. Valleycat still 78. Tukkanen, we saw. Brophy. Yeah. Samoskovich, Marvin Samoskovich. Heatley, Irving. Okay. That's that. Now the draft board. Come on. Come on, there you go. Draft board. So we pick at 30, and then at 28 and 30 in round 2. So we pick at 30, followed by... What is that? There's 32 teams, right? So 32 plus 28 gets me to 60. Yeah? So we pick at 30, 60, and 62 for our top picks. 30, 60, and 62. So, of course, if we're using major trade value, maybe we trade up for someone, but where would they play? NHL ready, Patty Kane, NHL ready, NHL ready, NHL ready. All these NHL ready medium elite guys. All the top 6 are NHL ready. I don't know enough about the potentials because of auto scouting for anybody else really. Stanislav Grigorenko, 3 years away as a medium top 6. Yonkman, same thing. At 30, no one. We'll go for the medium elite goalie, Noel Falk. 5 years away. I don't know if I want to go for a 5-year away medium elite goalie. George Millman, also a guy there. Medium top 6, Ed Elliott. I like that for Ed Elliott. Anybody else? 60. Low top 6, Caleb Engel, who's a gem, maybe. Par Olvstad could be a goalie option for us. Alvin Quincy, low elite, 2 bars. Oliver Fritschy, low top 6. Low top 6, Nicholas Byers. Low top 6, gem, Oliver Wolf. Dustin Wolf family member. That's about it. Sorting by potential. Richardson, Jaden Richardson, medium elite going at 91. Some low elites in here, anybody? No guaranteed low elites. Medium top 6s, Elliott is the last guarantee. Low top sixes. Yeah, there's some later low top sixes. That's good. Like Mark Finley at 307. Medium top 4D, not much. Low top 4D, just one guarantee with Antropov. And there you go. So that's the draft. Now, the contract situation. Let's go ahead and open up the calculator. So, all expiring. Wu Mei's the big one. Wu Mei wants... Okay, this is why we waited. Very good. Wu Mei, I'm down to go... I don't know. Let's say if it's 8 years. At 8 years, Wu Mei wants... At 85%, 10.6. At 7 years, though... At 7 years, we could get... Sorry, at 6 years, we could get at 9.9. So 6 by 9.9... Or 8 by 10.8. Is that what I said? 10.6, sorry. So 700k more for 2 more years. So that's Wu Mei. We can definitely get her signed, but then that's all of our money. If we want to keep Simon Nemec, what will he cost us? At one point he wanted 6.6. Yeah, we could do... No, we probably would trade the rights to Simon Nemec, honestly. We probably trade the rights to Simon Nemec, because if we now look at our roster, if we, for the moment, let's say we're keeping Rantanen, but I think we trade him, but just for argument's sake, let's say we keep Rantanen for a moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's our top 6. Seneca, you're third line or you're leaving. So third line, Seneca, Kulemin, and Coyle. Fourth line, Casper, Novotny, and Sikora, maybe. Ostapchuk, Petrovsky, 13th forward, stuff like that. Because in the system, I do want to get... And there's even Duheim, but he's expiring. Probably let Duheim walk. Because Duheim's going to walk. But Valiquette and Sikora are 2 guys I'd like to give a chance to in the NHL. Yeah, I agree that we should trade Rantanen. I wouldn't mind trading Seneca either, and even Cahill's a possibility. Defense, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bichelle can... What does he want? At 1 million. Bichelle can stay as 7th D. I'll sign that right now, actually. 2 years at 900k, one-way contract. Bichelle can stay as 7th D. But if we go Shady Byram on the top pair, what about Cahill and Schultz on the second pair? And Tuzolino and Griffin on the third pair? Because really it's only Griffin who's pushing to come up. Maybe Peluso soon. But Griffin has to come up. What if we get that through Nemec leaving? Or do we keep... Nah, but Nemec... If it was 6.6 for long term, I understand. But he wants like 4 by 7.4. Then 5 by probably about close to 8. So keeping Nemec would be more than just trading Cahill. But if we traded Cahill and Seneca, so here are the options. If we trade Cahill and Seneca, then we could keep May and Nemec. If we trade Rantanen, then we can keep May and Nemec. If we trade Nemec, Cahill, and or... Rantanen and or Cahill and or... Sorry, I take that back. If we trade... Yeah, Rantanen, and then one of or both of Cahill and Seneca, then we can keep Nemec, we can keep May, and we could acquire more. But if Shady Byram is the first pair, it's more for the lineup spots, because if Nemec stays, then Cahill has to go. We can't keep Cahill and Nemec, and then Schultz and Tuzolino are the third pair, because then where does Griffin go? We trade Tuzolino? I don't know, because then the bigger problem is no one's ever going to get a chance to make the top 6. Both Schultz and Griffin will be stuck playing the third pair forever if Cahill, Nemec, Byram, and Shady are locked in as our top 4 of the next 4 or 5 years plus. So one of Nemec or Cahill are leaving right now, I'm telling you that. The second pair will be Nemec and Schultz, or it will be Cahill and Schultz. But the third pair will be Tuzolino and Griffin. So let me know your thoughts about that in the comments. For the forwards, that's a whole other question. Because if we have... And Skippy says move Cahill. Thank you for the thoughts there, Skippy. If we have 12.4 in money right now, Actually, I should look at extension dollars. So 13.25 on Rantanen. 13.25 plus 10.745. That gives us 23.995 million. So we have 24 million. Then if Seneca moves out, that brings us to 29.495. And then if Cahill moves out, that brings it plus 5.585. That we'd have just over 35 million. So just over 35 million. Let's say we keep Wume at, whatever, let's be generous, 10 million. That's still 25 million that we then give Nemec, let's say, whatever, 7 million of. That's still, we still have 17, 18 million. That's crazy money. 17, 18 million. We could do something with that. If Seneca were to leave, maybe we get a solid third liner, but even that's not going to cost that much. I don't know. Because maybe we get a top, I don't know, because if Seneca leaves and Rantanen leaves, that means the first line would be, let's say, Matthews, Benson, and May. Second line, Johnston, Manlow, and who? Is Kuhlman ready for second line minutes already? I don't know. We have to pay raises on other extensions, so it's not quite 25 million. Got it. Okay, still. It's still a lot, though. That's what I'm getting at. Still a lot. And then Benson needs his contract soon enough on a crazy good deal. Yeah, it's a lot to think about. Byram needs his contract soon as well. Cahill's going to be an expiring UFA after this season anyway, so that's what makes me even more interested in trading him. Nemec right now, we have his RFA rights. We could qualify him and get him for cheaper. Where we could do, I don't know, 5 by, what was it, 9.275? 5 years at 7.9. It's a bit much for Nemec, but we could bring him down a bit. We can always keep Cahill and then get it done after July 1st and then trade Cahill after. Cahill's our emergency backup if Nemec really doesn't want to sign. And then for the goaltending, Wolf is still signed on long term, but Voinov will continue to grow. So that's going to be a tough one too. Not a question we need to really answer right now, though. Whew, that's a lot to think about. Do we go out and acquire like a big expiring, like a 1-year contract, big name? First, so the expiring UFAs this year, we'll look at 2 years out in a second. The big UFA names, Kachuk, Byfield, Eklund, Suzuki, Rasmus Anderson, Kraus, Frost, Lindholm, Reinhardt, Ratu, Krebs, York, Gunther, Raquel, Tomala, Peterka, Kotkaniemi, Pelletier, Middlestat, Nyes, Cates, etc. But what if we look at someone who's 2 years out? Who's a UFA? Like, what if we went and acquired 1 year of Tim Stützle, or 1 year of David Pastrnak, or 1 year of Leon Draisaitl, some of these older expiring stars? What if we went out and acquired 1 year of that, leave Kuhlman on the third line with Coyle and whoever else, trade Seneca, promote Coyle, and then bring in one of these big guys for 1 year, since we have so much trade value to move? Or, because we have so much money, by trading out Seneca and Cahill, do we keep Rantanen? Do we have to feel forced to move Rantanen? They'd assume that would be something, but he'd be an expiring RFA. I don't know if he'd want to move. I don't think Seattle wants to move him. Like, if we have 12.4 million, let's say we sign May. I know we dropped 3 overall, but let's say 11.625 times 85. So Wu Mei wanted 9.9 about. 9.9. 12.41 minus 9.9. That will leave us with 2.51 million. So if we then trade Cahill... Trading Cahill plus 5.585, that will leave us with 8.095 to sign Nemec. So either we keep Rantanen and sign Nemec for anything under 8 million by trading Cahill. That's not even by trading Seneca yet. That's true. Yeah, we could do this. We could keep Mikko Rantanen. we'd have 13.595 to sign Nemec. So let's say Nemec costs 7.5. That will leave us with about 6 million. So yeah, we don't need to trade Rantanen if we're trading Seneca and or Kaylor Cahill. Huh. That's another thing, another angle to consider. Wu Mei right now for 6 years? Yeah, that might be the best deal. I was hoping for 8 years. Yeah, you know what? Maybe we do that right now. 11, it was what was the exact number? 9.88? Let's try 9.9. 9.9 for 6 years. I'd love to go longer. I don't know. 12.4, because that's going to be an expensive contract in the future. Come 6 years from now when she's 31, what's she going to be wanting if she keeps scoring 60 goals a year? So we could do 10.6, 700K more for 2 more years. So you know what? We'll make a decision at the beginning of next episode. I won't do it right now. Do we sign May for 6 years at 9.9? For 7 years at 10.2? Or for 8 years at 10.6? Those are our 3 options for Wu Mei. 6, 7, or 8 years at those different price tags. Let me know your thoughts on that, and we'll do it first thing next episode. A lot of different ways we can go with this offseason. We don't have to trade Mikko Rantanen, but he's been regressing. He was point per game plus in the playoffs, yes. But sign on to that contract, you would think there's some no movement clauses in there. I don't know. I'm not saying we don't trade him, but I am saying it's not necessary. I think we do, says Gen Z, saying, I think we do need to trade Rantanen and Seneca because we want Kuhlman and Manlow in the top 6, and we have a bunch of guys pushing for 3rd, 4th line next time. So that's the big thing right there. If Kuhlman is a second liner, then yes, we need to trade Rantanen. But if Kuhlman stays at an 81, we don't need to trade him. So we could always trade Rantanen in September after we see Kuhlman's growth. Because if Kuhlman stays at an 81, I'm not going to play him on the second line, I don't think. But if he grows to an 83, 84, then yes, we could play him second line, and then Rantanen leaves. So I would say, before reading the AGM thoughts, we might trade Mikko Rantanen before the start of next season, but maybe wait for after the offseason growth to Kuhlman, because he's the guy who would push him out of the top 6. Man, there's a lot of ways that we can go with this, but I think that just about sums up all of the ideas and the ways that we can do it. All right? So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the year number 7 postseason, episode number 20. One more season of episodic format. So one more off-season, season, and playoff episode. Episodes 21, 22, and 23. Episode 24 and maybe 25 or something, we'll end it off by then, will be a big sim. Maybe 3 years in 24, 3 years in 25, and we'll get to maybe around year 12, year 13, year 15, something around there to close off the series with a big long-term sim, just doing a big calendar thing and not worrying about the lines and whatnot. All right? So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. It was a tough end with that Game 6 loss to St. Louis, but we end up making it to Game 6 of the Western Conference Final. 3 Western Conference Finals in 5 years. That's good, but let's really make sure we get that 3rd cup in 6 years next postseason. Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to say a few things at once. Next postseason in 2031. All right? So thanks everybody for being here. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Hope that you had a lovely Wednesday. Thank you for joining us for this stream. We'll be live again either tomorrow or Friday, probably Friday, for the Expos, next episode of our MLB The Show 24 live stream series with Montreal Expos. So that will be probably live on Friday, as I'll be working on a career sim tomorrow, yes. So keep an eye out Friday around 7 p.m. Eastern, live here on the channel for the next live stream. Subscribe to not miss out on any of that. Hit the bell to be notified when we go live for all of our franchise modes, our career sims, and our next one coming soon, NHL 25 career simulation of a very good young player in the NHL right now. It'll be an exciting one. Thanks for watching. Much love to you all. We're not leaving. We're not done yet. Bit of a bump in the road, but let's get some thoughts in the comments down here on YouTube or in the Discord server linked in the description. Let's get some AGMs, cooking up some thoughts, and let's come back stronger for the 2030 off season. Thanks, everybody. Much love. Talk to you in the next one.